Then there's the other half that's like, don't dye your locks. Like, you're going to destroy your locks. Your hair is going to be dry. Your hair is going to fall out, whatever, whatever. So I combed out my locks. But Pora, you haven't even had them in for that long. I know. But I can explain.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
We can rewind. Let's go back into the beginning of my lock journey. So I started my lock journey in September of last year, so 2023. And I started with the lock coil method. I thought about doing 2-strand twists, but I think for my hair and just like the starter process, the beginner process, I thought that the coils were better for my hair, especially when putting it up in styles and stuff. But I even got my hair dyed red or like a burgundy-ish color just to switch things up, you know, give myself a real fresh new start, you know? But yeah, to be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie, the first day I actually hated my hair. The coils were so small. I'm not used to having my hair in that, I guess, like state. I'm used to having my hair stretched or straightened, or even if it's curly, like it just, with the coils, it was so shrunken. Like, I really hated my hair, but I tried my best to love it. And I got barrel twists. Those like half barrel twists to start and to just keep my hair, like, to make it last longer pretty much. I was excited to start the process though and like see how my hair evolves over time, because everybody who has locks that I know, they're always like, trust the process, you know, in the beginning it's gonna be like ugly, you got to get used to it, yada yada yada, but like it's worth the wait. So, you know, I was trying to trust the process. But let me tell y'all, that first month was rough. Like, when I say rough, I mean rough. Like, my scalp was so itchy and dry. And then my stylist told me, like, you know, make sure you don't get your hair wet. So I was trying not to get my hair wet at all. And I take really hot showers. So like moisture would just, it wouldn't help the locks. That's what she said. And that's what other people were saying also. Like, don't wash your hair, etc., etc. I have really dry scalp. So like that whole first month, like, I had dandruff, like really bad dandruff, and my scalp was just on fire like the whole time. After I got my first retwist, I started to feel a little bit better. And like the first retwist, I decided not to get a style that time, just to try something different and like be able to manipulate my hair a little more and, you know, spice things up versus just keeping it in the style for 4 weeks again. It felt like that retwist though lasted for like 3 seconds.
Do you know you have 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? 30, yes.
Like literally 3 seconds. Because my hair started to frizz like crazy. Like, especially in the, I guess like the center of the locks, like the frizziness was crazy. And I think at this point I started misting my hair a little bit, just because I'm like, I can't, with the way my hair type is and my scalp, like I cannot not like moisturize my scalp like that, or like, you know, give it some water, some moisture, like something. My hair was dry, like my scalp was dry. During the 3rd month, my hair started to thicken up a little more, and I decided to go with barrel twists that time. And I started to like it a little more after that. I also noticed that my hair started to grow a little longer too. I think what I hated the most was how short my hair looked, because before locks, like my hair was like down to here. But once I did the coil method, like my locks stopped like right here, and it was not giving. During the 3rd month, I also tried to do different styles. So like different updos. I think I did half up, half down for the first time, and like letting my hair down in the front. During months 4 through 6 is when my hair really started to thicken up. I think that's like when the budding phase started, pretty much. I even did my own twist out. Like, well, I had got 2-strand twists in my hair, and I hated them because my locks were still small. So I felt like my head just looked flat, like really flat. But I told myself, oh, I'll keep the twists in for as long as I can, you know, rock little styles here and there. Like, I think I did 2 buns with hair in the front and stuff. The twist out was eating for real. So yeah, I was happy with that outcome, and I started to love my hair even more. During month 7 through 8, I think this is when I started to realize how much my hair actually started to grow, like compared to when I first started my locks. And I think at this point also my hair, like the color had faded. So before I started my locks, I had a peekaboo style in my hair. So the whole back of my head, like the lower back of my head, was blonde. And then this was just like my natural color or whatever. But by month 7 through 8, I think my blonde had started to pop back out. And then the new growth was obviously like dark brown, my natural hair. And then majority of the lock was like this burgundy chocolatey color, but like the blend was really cute. Like it was actually low-key cute. During month 9 was when I actually gained the courage to wash my hair myself. I think during this time I went on vacation, and that like messed up my scheduling, and I didn't have enough time to book with my stylist. So I think like 5 or 6 weeks had went on, and I hadn't had a retwist. So I was like, I gotta wash my hair. And she didn't have any availability. So I washed my hair, and then I also did my own retwist, like my first retwist on myself. It definitely wasn't perfect though, because I used the wrong products. Like I think I used the lock and jam. I can't remember what it's called, but if you have locks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that shit is trash. And I think I used jam also to like for my roots, just to get it a little more sleek, but I didn't do a bad job for real. And I didn't like palm roll the rest of the locks. I just retwisted the root and maybe got like a little bit of the frizz with a little product, but I didn't want to palm roll the whole lock and then there's like buildup in the locks. During month 10, I realized that my ends were starting to actually knot up a little bit. I knew I wanted to keep my ends curly. Like from the jump, that was the like look that I was going for, was curly ends, kind of like boho locks, like, you know. So yeah, I combed them out and applied like conditioner to the ends to keep them curly and hydrated. But throughout the whole lock journey, I want to say every other month or so, I would comb out my ends just to make sure that they're still curly and like they don't mat up or start budding together. That's not what I wanted. And then came my next appointment, and I decided to dye my hair. I know a lot of people in the lock community are like iffy about people dyeing their locks. Like I want to say like half the people who dye their locks any color, do whatever they want. Then there's the other half that's like, don't dye your locks, like you're gonna destroy your locks. Your hair is gonna be dry, your hair is gonna fall out, whatever. But I'm like, let me do what's best for me or what I want. And plus I have a professional who's doing my hair. So it's like, I don't see the problem. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to anybody. Well, let me not say that, but do what you want to do. It's your hair. It'll grow back. It's not life or death. So yeah, I had asked her to give me this specific color. I'll show a picture. It was more of like a ginger copper color, right? And this was what I left the salon with. Now, do those two things look the same to y'all? Because they don't to me. So I came out the salon looking like Chucky from Rugrats, and I was really pissed. Like really, really pissed. My hair was so orange and so bright. Like that was not what I wanted. I was really pissed. And then to make things worse, my roots were still black. And then throughout the locks, there was like spots or like specks of black, I guess where the developer couldn't reach. It was like spotty throughout my head. It wasn't even like an even coat or like an even color. It was spotty. I told myself that I was going to embrace the color, you know, just deal with it. And my stylist also told me that the next appointment we could come back and touch it up and stuff. So I was like, whatever, I'll just rock this for a month, you know, deal with it, you know, still do what I normally do with my hair, do updos, lay my edges, you know, whatever. Within a month though, the color started to fade. I had this ashy orange color in my head. Like it was ashy orange and like blonde, like a weird blonde orangey color in my head. And then there's new growth. Like my hair started to grow really fast. I think I had wasted a little too much time. I think I was traveling again or something happened. I don't know, but I couldn't book with my stylist because she had no availability. So I went to somebody else. And this is where I also messed up. I booked another lady just to get a basic retwist, no style, nothing, just wash, retwist. And don't get me wrong, like she ate with the retwist, like the retwist ate. And I saw how long my hair had gotten compared to the beginning, and like my hair really started to look like locks. But whatever product she used in my hair was so stiff. Like it was like a stiff, crunchy wig. Like there was no movement. Like the way my hair swings right now, it was not flowing like that whatsoever. Stiff as hell. But yeah, that had me tight. At this point, I had already thought about combing out my locks, honestly, like every other month, just because I was getting fed up with like the process. I'm very impatient. I'm not gonna lie. I am very impatient. Yeah, I was just getting fed up with like the whole process and waiting. And then it was just one thing after another. It was just a lot. Over time, I kept telling myself, like trust the process, like it'll get better. Your hair's gonna get longer. The locks are gonna get fuller, thicker. But I wanna say like a month after the lady did my hair, like that's when I just got tired of it. Like I ended up combing out my locks. I think me and my sister went to a flea market, and yeah, that day I honestly just made up my mind. Like I talked about it with like my sisters and other people, but I just couldn't anymore. I ended up combing out half my locks about like 6 days before my 1-year lock anniversary, and then I combed out the other half, I want to say like a couple days after I hit 1 year. It only took me 2 days actually to comb out my locks. It would have took 1 day if I didn't start at night when I did it, and I just used a rat tail comb, conditioner, and a spray bottle. That was all I needed. Now I know the main question you have is why did you comb out your locks? You didn't even see the process like 100% through. Like, girl, why? I did it for a couple reasons. One being my hair dye job was like blotchy. Like the color was just not giving, and I didn't want to keep frying my hair. You dye your hair, you're chemically altering your hair, so technically it's damaged. I'd rather comb out my locks and get it completely even, and I know that I can get every single piece of like strand of hair, versus you trying to do it again over locks and it's probably still going to be blotchy the second go round. The second reason was my scalp was really dry. Like I already had dry scalp, but I feel like having locks, like I cannot get in my scalp and cleanse it the way that I want to. You're limited because your hair is just, it's locked. I can't run my fingers through my hair strands. And I feel like there was just dandruff and like just build up, like especially in the back of my head, like the nape. I had lint and like random lint, and I don't know how, because I wore my bonnet every single day. If you know me, I wear my bonnet all the time. If not a bonnet, a scarf. Like, I don't know, it just magically got my hair. Another reason was over time I started to get really tender-headed. Even doing the most basic styles irritated my head, like my scalp, and I'm not tender-headed whatsoever. But just putting my hair up in a ponytail, I felt like somebody was yanking my hair. I'm like, dang, it'll be the gentlest ponytail, like it's not even tight, and my scalp would hurt. So yeah, that's when I knew I had a problem. And apparently it's like a common thing for people with locks, like the tension causes you to be tender-headed over time. So yeah, I also got really tired of doing the same styles over and over again. And even when I wanted to experiment and like do styles over locks, like the stylist around here would charge basically almost like $300 just to put some twist over your locks, or I don't know, any just extended style. And I thought that was dumb. Like I'm not gonna pay for that. I got locks to save money. Like that was one of the main reasons I got locks. So if I'm gonna pay damn near the same price that I pay for braids, like why not just have my hair out at that point? And I don't have time to do it myself. Like I work a 9 to 5, like I have things going on. I go to the gym, like I have a lot going on. So I didn't really have the time to sit down and try and do the style myself. I probably could have, don't get me wrong, but am I? No. But yeah, I got tired of doing the same styles over and over again, like half up, half down, bun, letting my hair down. It was just getting old, to be honest. This last reason is kind of controversial, but this is my personal experience, so I'm going to speak on me and me only. But to be honest, I didn't feel as, I don't want to use the word feminine, but like as beautiful sometimes. Like going out and wearing streetwear, you know, dressing casual, you know, everything was eaten, like the hair was eaten, whatever. The style was giving. But when it was time for me to like really dress up or do like business casual, go to work, I always felt like I gave two different vibes. Like my hair gave streetwear vibes. Like, you know how certain styles you probably wouldn't wear to work? I don't know. Like, tell me if this makes sense to y'all. I just felt like my hair never matched the vibe, to be honest. But that's a controversial opinion. Y'all can think whatever y'all want, but that was just how I felt personally. I'm not saying that everybody who wears locks looks like that. Some of you guys look so beautiful with your locks. Like, I'm obsessed. And like, I wish my locks looked like that on me. But for me personally, I just think it wasn't giving, to be honest. I love my locks though. I really did enjoy the journey, and like, it taught me to actually have patience. Like, I did this for a year. So I definitely learned to just try and trust the process, even though I gave up. I know, I'm guilty. I think it was like a great experiment for me, and I definitely do it again in the future, to be honest. Maybe experimenting with other locks, like bigger locks or maybe smaller locks, who knows? Maybe even trying instant locks. I did enjoy the freedom of like waking up and just misting my hair, just laying my edges, and then I can put my hair up or spray some leave-in conditioner, and that's it. For my lock girlies, or even people who combed out their locks and you're watching this video, what was your experience like, or like, what was your journey like with locks? And if you did comb out your locks, why did you comb out your locks? Like, I'd love to know your reasoning or your experience on why you combed out your locks. Also, what things have you guys learned about your hair while you've had locks? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, I got a silk press, got a trim also. I'm gonna post a vlog of me getting my hair done, so y'all can see that whole process. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching my video, and stay tuned for the next vlog. Peace.